Welcome back, viewers. I'm an idiot. I know exactly where I need to go. What we need to do is we need to quickly jump to the think tank. I want to check the sink first because I don't know whether or not I've sold them. Apparently they were in... Oh.
Might I be of service, sir?
Yeah, I need to check your,
Very good, sir.
Mobius glasses. I may not have picked them up. I may have just left them there thinking they were stupid. I'm hoping I did. Dr. Klein's glove. There's a XP reward if you can find all the pieces. Where are you? Mad Scientist Scrubs, X-Med, Medical Brace, Missiles. Oh baby, yeah. Doesn't look like they're here. Yep, okay. Which means they're still in the think tank. Now I should be able to just walk past the think tank without talking to any of them. Yep. Because they're all just going to stand there and look stupid. Now is this the room? Ah! There they are. There we go. We now look almost like Dr. Mobius. Now, we will talk to the think tank and we will scare the living shit out of them. Because this, dear viewers, is the end. Okay, dickheads.
The lobotomite returns. Our lobotomite. Has Dr. Mobius been denominated into scrap metal and voice module parts, as we hoped?
I found my brain and you and me are going to settle notice of things.
I recommend watching your tone with me, lobotomite. Now, your brain. Hand it over, or we'll extract it again.
I'm not handing over my brain. There are some things we should discuss, you dickhead.
And what could we possibly have to speak about? You have the brain, we have the technology. All you must do is surrender. With it, we can finally leave this place. I cannot tell you how boring this place gets, chopping up the landscape and everything in it. And we have so many questions to ask your brain first. About this Mojave place. A fertile testing ground for our experiments.
You think I'm a lobotomite? No, in my skull houses the brain of Mobius!
That is the most insane thing I've ever heard. There's no way Mobius would condescend to step inside you. Besides, there's no way such a thing could be accomplished. It's impossible.
And now, nothing is unimpossible for science! Meteors, lasers, atom brain waves, and are all at my command!
You
Dickhead.
speak the truth. And the decibel variation in your voice, it is Mobius. How dare you breach the think tank? And what do you want here?
I offer a deal. Stay here, stay put, and I'll let you live.
That's no deal at all. There's a whole world beyond the crater, filled with ideas and possibilities. We could have escaped, seen it all for ourselves, tested it, prodded at it, made it squirm.
I will permit you to do this for me.
Partner with you? My foe? My rival? My foremost critic? I have a strange sensation. that I would like that. How odd. Very well, partner. The think tank is at your service as long as you do not destroy us.
Good. And there you go, folks. That is the end. We have averted catastrophe. And we dressed like Mobius to do it as well. I have to admit, I do look snazzy. But let's go and breathe on Darla one more time.
The teddy bear lobotomite returns. My teddy bear. How can I assist in relieving your curiosity?
Well, apparently we've spoken about it.
Until I...
Apparently we go back to the default on everybody now.
So is Mobius as twisted as he looked in person? Can't believe you entered the Forbidden Zone and lived. None of us can.
I think
Until our next...
Yep. Wow, they all know, but he's a dickhead. You're welcome, mate. It was my pleasure. Enough, I have questions. Who are you? Good to meet you. Double circle, a dash, whoever. Sounds important, I think. Right. Tell me about the big empty. God, you're angry. There's no need to get indignant. I was just asking a question. Wait, after listening a bit, that's Robco Terminal Link Protocol you're broadcasting, right? I'm just full of surprises. I still have no clue what you're saying. Haha, nice. I agree if someone would take the time. You're more than just sounds in a tank. Doesn't that mean it can be hacked? It'll only take a second to violate your rights and make your voice mine. Yeah. I gained good karma for talking to a quiet. Oh, okay. Not a problem. I know what it's like to be experimented on. Now that we know each other, can you talk about this one in a minute? Even though I don't need to know it? Right. Okay. Really? Right. Oh, okay. So it's like... Right. Right. Oh, the thing on the back. Yeah, it waves. Yeah. No, I've been there. Hey, Zeus, right? Your house is there. Yeah. It's that big one with the windows and doors. Yeah. So there's a code emitter in your house. Ah, yes. You mean this one, the one I got earlier on? Yeah. Yeah. Oh, 2 codes. One for the jukebox and one for the opera. Nice. I'll keep an eye out. I may have already picked up both. I grabbed almost everything that wasn't nailed down. I got the emitter fully upgraded. Okay, calm down. Yeah, calm down. I'm happy too. Yeah, can't let it gathering dust. Are you okay? You look really, really happy. God, if you put those monitors any further in my face... Yeah. Ah, okay. You should be proud, it's a nice device. Yeah. Ah, yeah. Oh, look, 100 energy shells. Oh, hey, thanks. Yeah. Okay, bye. Yeah. Oh god, he's made me so heavy. Those batteries just make me want to walk everywhere like an awesome person in giant science scrubs. Dr. Boreas.
The lobotomite who saved us. Hello.
Who are you and what do you do here?
Before you is...
Yeah. Night Stalkers? Bad Mountain? I have other questions?
I cannot...
No, it's trust me.
Oh, that's too bad. Perhaps we can perform a sterility castration some other time then.
Never mind, we've spoken about...
Until...
Yeah, goodbye. I may need to do something. Wow, the stuff looks like 25 away. Right, we'll just bung it on the floor. Actually, no, we shouldn't bung it on the floor. Because there's a lot of idiots will steal it. Yeah. We should probably go back to Mobius and tell him what an awesome job we've done. Of being this uber cool woman who's just wandered in and now is side walking out because you can't turn while in that kind of view. Yeah, we're awesome. We survived the think tank. We can practically do anything. Maybe. But I believe, viewers, that this is the end.
As it had been in the years before the Great War, Big Mountain, the Big Empty, became home to one of the most powerful minds of the 23rd century. The courier who had been brought to the Big Empty became its new overlord, using its facilities ruthlessly and decisively when needed. Sometimes, science is more than a quest for discovery. It is a weapon to be used in the service of one with the strength to understand it.
The courier had scoured much of the Big Empty, although secrets still remained in the crater's depths. Perhaps that was for the best, however. Curiosity, while sometimes rewarded for its efforts, often proves to be equally dangerous.
Dr. Mobius continued his research undisturbed in the Forbidden Zone. As much as he had attempted to create better scorpions, he tried the same with humanity, with considerably less success. These failures didn't bother him overmuch. Once the rush of mentats wore off, he forgot he had failed in any event. After all, the bright young mind who had come to visit him in the Forbidden Zone had already exceeded his expectations.
The sink atop the dome bustled with the voices of a small town, constantly chirping, arguing, and snarling at each other. Still, this all happened productively in the interests of its new owner. The Sync Central Intelligence Unit discovered, despite its inversion code, it was comforted by the sense of community the other personalities gave it.
The biological research station, obsessed with seeding everything in sight, requested a transfer to the X-22 Botanical Garden, so that it might, in its own words, sensually fertilize the garden's smooth contours. The garden sent back a polite refusal, saying it had prior commitments with a vault it had helped infect before the war.
The book chute continued to devour all seditious materials until it nearly choked on a paperclip. It adamantly maintained it was a Chinese paperclip, and the whole thing had been an elaborately orchestrated assassination attempt. Whatever the reason, it slowed down for a while, carefully appraising each document and clipboard that came to it.
The light switches continued to bicker and flicker.
This persisted until the day someone dropped a flashlight in the sink, and the two of them united in their hatred of the showboat.
The sink continued to ruthlessly scrub any particulate matter that came near it. Eventually, it gained access to the magneto-hydraulics plant and nearly flooded all the Big Empty in an attempt to scrub the crater clean. Once it learned of the innovative toxins plant, however, it gained new purpose. It sought to develop antitoxins to flush into its drains and counteract the poisons bleeding into the soil.
The toaster continued its psychotic spree, reducing all appliances in range to scrap electronics and spare parts. It learned several new murderous techniques from the courier, and built a blood shrine to itself in the cuckoo's nest. The cave floor was soon filled with the horror of 100 gutted toasters. A silent, grisly, unplugged audience. Their purpose? To toast bread. Unfulfilled.
Muggy did his best to collect coffee cups, although in his quest, he accidentally trapped himself in Higgs Village. It might have been the end for poor Muggy. Except he found it peaceful there, tidying up the kitchens of the think tank professors back when they had been flesh and bone. Well, except for Dr. O, who was an asshole for having created Muggy in the first place. Muggy left O's house deliberately dirty, punishing the dishes and cups that lived there in blind revenge for serving Dr. O.
Blind old Jefferson, with sounds the courier brought him, created a symphonic counter-frequency that saved Big Mountain from sonic invasion in 2910. If you didn't hear about it, good. It was rumored by the other personalities that he had a brief fling with the light switches. Although he forgot their names once too often and was soon left in the dark as punishment.
Autodoc, always gentle and methodical, kept sewing up the courier in all the right places when the skin split open from repeated wear and tear. The Autodoc was just glad to have purpose again. It heard its simpler brothers and sisters who got shipped to the Sierra Madre were bored out of their skulls in that toxic dead city. In time, the Autodoc found a way to deactivate the Y-17 trauma harnesses, releasing the corpses they had held prisoner for almost 200 years.
As the courier ran through the X8 facility multiple times, the computers analyzed the test subject's movements. Rather than performing a superficial observation, they realized the subject barely knew what communism was, or even what a high school was. This confused them for a time, until the facility finally realized that its research had succeeded. So it let its cyber dogs out into the wastes to help protect small communities from physical aggression rather than communist propaganda.
The infiltration program in X-13 felt spent, having repeatedly upgraded the stealth suit until it could upgrade it no more. It felt warm, fulfilled, and a bit sluggish. It realized not long after the stealth suit had left it without so much as a note on the nightstand. So the infiltration program sent out robo-brains into the wastes, looking for its wayward technology. It eventually found Repcon HQ and set up a new research center, testing and murdering fiends who kept breaking into the facility.
The courier left the brain at the Big Empty. A strange thing to say, but it was the truth. brains are less important than they may seem. When the courier's body finally passed, the brain was saddened. It kept on, remembering the vessel that had once contained it. And so it burbled and bubbled inside its tank, smug that it still could dream its future without glands getting in the way. In time, however, it became so self-obsessed, it wondered if perhaps nothing existed except itself. It decided to test this by turning the weapons of the Big Empty against each other and seeing what happened. The answer is lost to history, as is much of the Mojave.
Dr. Klein and the think tank remained alive, unaware of the world outside. They looped through their daily routine, none the wiser about the world beyond, although perhaps wiser was the wrong word. The world outside belonged to the courier, and if anyone would shape it, well, the courier had already called dibs.
There is an expression in the wasteland, old world blues.
It refers to those so obsessed with the past they can't see the present, much less the future, for what it is.
They stare into the what was, eyes like pilot lights, guttering and spent, as the realities of their world continue on around them.
Science is a long, steady progression into the future. What may seem a sudden event often isn't felt for years, even centuries, to come.
The Big Empty lived up to its name, a hollow crater of failures of a past era, a last sad statement of the old world.
In the time following the Second Battle of Hoover Dam, Old World Blues became more than a catchphrase.
It became a reality, a withering form of nostalgia for times long past.
It can be easy to see science as evil, technology unchecked as the source of all ills, all misfortunes.
With the courier at the helm, it was all this and more. Old world blues, new world misery. The two became one in the courier's shadow.
We could say more, but the stories in the Big Empty speak for themselves. Now armed with the transportal ponder, the courier could return to the dome at any time and crack open the secrets of the Big Empty one by one. The sink sat vigilant, waiting for its master to return, shoes covered in Mojave dust. Only one road yet remained, and it was one the courier had to walk alone.
So, there we go. That is the end of Old World Blues. You can read this if you like. It just basically... Okay. Let's max out science. And let's max out medicine.
Please, please, please tell me you stomped Dr. O's brain into a fine paste. Did he squeal? Did he beg? God, I hope he begged. Who's the flatware bitch now, oh?
You have any electrics for me?
Sorry, no more today. Try me again tomorrow.
Okay, bye.
Sure.
And there's the brain.
Nice to see you back. I trust the adventuring is going well.
I thought it was over. And I want you back in my head. I thought it's over and I want you back in my head. We're both stronger together.
I've come to a similar conclusion myself. Are you sure that's what you want?
I'm sure. In you go.
Alright, this shouldn't be too painful.
You have lost the brainless perk. Big-brained perk, your brain is back in your body, but for some of the advanced technologies remain, your head still cannot be crippled. But you've only got 10% more resistance to addiction now. Surprisingly, your minimum damage threshold Has improved by 10%. Hooray! Thanks for information. Oddly enough, you're able to put it back in the order. Do I really want to put my heart and spleen back in? I don't think so. I think I'm just going to walk out of here like a boss with my brain back in my head and leave them here. Now.
How are the old batteries holding up? Experiencing any slowdowns yet?
Wow. Apparently the brain can talk to me, so we're going to leave all of Dr. Mobius' stuff here. That's broken. And that's broken. Okay. Well, we'll talk to the toaster.
With the brains dealt with, soon we can spread our rule across the Mojave. All will eat burned toast in despair.
I've got some toasters for you.
Well, well. What have we got here? Another innocent little toaster. Come here. I won't hurt you. Ha! Gotcha! Oh yes, the sweet smell of spilled electric guts. The sparking diodes. I fucking live for this!
Process toters. Toters? Okay. Well, we should, I suppose, use the Big Mountain Transploder and head out. So until next time, viewers, until next time.